And finally, I come to this business of the movement, the alleged movement of the Earth around the Sun. There have been rumors, there have been strong rumors, that from certain angles, taken out of context, I may have appeared to teach the view of that son of Satan Copernicus, that the Sun, not the Earth, is stationary at the center of things, and that the planets, including the Earth, move around it in curved orbits. How could anyone believe such nonsense? Why, it would mean that there are no such things as the heavenly crystal spheres, no holy epicycles eternally rotating in quintessential grandeur above our heads, pushed around the sky by shifts of hard-working invisible angels. It would mean that the planets are not simply points of light in the sky, but actually God's gigantic balls flying through space. What foolishness! How would they move? What would hold them up? Are they suspended from the vaults of the heavens by some plaited twine? Yet, amazing as it is, even this strange idea, known as string theory, has its own group of half-witted supporters. My own views are based upon only rigorous and careful observation. A genius, but a humble, modest genius I remain. I speak only of what I have seen with my own eyes through that great invention of mine, the telescope. Yes, your infinitude, I am aware of the existence before the court of no less than 15 signed depositions from cardinals, bishops, and other witnesses that I was seen wearing a kilt, disguised as a Pict named McTavish on the 17th of May, 1609, allegedly buying a telescope from a stall at the Colosseum Sunday Market and car boot sale. And yes, may I say, on mature reflection, that I do now recall undertaking some such transaction on the date mentioned. But I would not call the thing a telescope. Constructed with no understanding whatever of optical principles, it magnified just twice. Big deal! It showed nothing of the heavens that could not already be seen with the naked eye. Indeed, I had already built an instrument in my own workshop and improved on the design immeasurably. It was I who discovered the need to combine a weak lens with a strong one, to increase the magnification. It was I who invented new techniques to grind strong lenses to make an instrument which magnified 20 times, with which I saw the rugged mountainous surface of the moon, the phases of Venus, and the satellites of Jupiter. Oh, I thought I saw them. You will understand, I'm sure, how I came to entertain, fleetingly of course, the heretical idea that these really were there, that the moon actually does have mountains. Jupiter's satellite actually do orbit it, and Venus and the Earth really do go around the Sun. How much more plausible it is that Ptolemy's original 79 epic cycles have existence in space, and that there really are all these giant wheels spinning around up there. How obvious it is now that Jupiter's satellites accompany it entirely by accident, moving on a further 209 invisible epicycles pushed around by another flock of invisible angels. How clear it is that the phases of Venus and the mountains of the moon are purely albedo features, painted there perhaps for the amusement of God and the chastening of upstart astronomers. Joshua saw a bush catch fire, or turn into a pillar of salt, or Isaiah's dog gave a holy woof, which was really the bark of the covenant. Something like that. Whatever it is, this was the X-Files of the ancient world. God himself explaining in person and really convincingly that the sun really does move around the earth. Written thousands of years ago by desert tribesmen of Egypt, Assyria, and Israel, how obvious it is that the vague, allegorical pronouncements about the earth standing still and the sun moving should be so much more reliable than pointless Time-wasting activities like careful observation and measurement, mathematical analysis and scientific rigor of Occam's razor, Newton's toothbrush, and above all, and let me be clear here, Einstein's deodorant. After all, if the literal interpretation of Scripture wasn't infallibly true, why then this whole world, its sublime harmony, the beauty of its birds and beasts, the way the sky fits so neatly around the edges of the land, all these things could be mistaken for different parts of one great sacrilegious question, in which no person's worth would be diminished for daring to reach out to answer it for themselves. And where, O exalted ones, would that leave us? One day, there will be gigantic telescopes of such a size that we can barely dream about now. 3, even 4 inches in diameter. With such instruments, the entire universe will be revealed to us, its deepest secrets laid bare. I am no prophet. No one has ever accused me of that. But I assure you that the more we learn, the harder, not easier, it will become to find even vaguely credible explanations to square the words of Job, Isaiah, and co. with actual reality. We stand at the watershed of a new future. I am old. My work is done. It matters little if you convict me of this crime. I'd rather if you didn't. But if you do, it is the church itself which will be marginalized, making of the world a divided house of faith and reason, in which neither heart nor human mind can be whole or complete. The Old Testament prophets, wise as they were educated according to their time, which is to say they knew absolutely bugger all about science. I stand here before you, O top-shelf sherries of the wine cellar of truth. If you insist on the literal truth of every word in the Bible, you will lose the respect of whole generations of men and women who are to come. For it will seem to them that the search for spiritual answers must be accompanied by a wholesale rejection of science, that there is no honorable path which includes both, and that the rational study of the world cannot be reconciled with the soul's contemplation of the immortal questions and its search for purpose. For, O masters of the universe, it is not the future of science that is at stake here. Thank you.